This meeting is being recorded.
Good morning, Mr. Boopathi.
Good morning, sir.
First of all, congratulations on passing your PMP examination with the above target scores in all three areas in the first attempt itself.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. It was actually with all your guidance and support. And the training actually it was actually very useful to me. Also, actually, like during preparation, actually you have helped me a lot to clarifying actually all the queries actually whatever I had, and you have never missed actually like any of actually my queries or the questions. Okay, during the preparation, I was having actually a lot of queries, and you supported me in clarifying all those queries actually, which helped me to perform actually better in the exam.
You're always welcome. That's part of the training. We were also happy that our support helped you in getting good scores in the real examination.
Of course, sir. Actually, I must say that actually, even 200% actually, your support actually helped me, and I prepared actually for this exam actually even earlier also 2012. I initially started, okay, and then actually I didn't take the exam, and 2014 again I tried, but I didn't take the exam. But this time I have actually given I took the training actually in September 2021, but due to actually official commitments and the holidays, actually I was not able to prepare for the exam. But in March 2022, I have started to actually prepare for the exam, and I set the target date, and then actually I started and followed your plan to execute it, and 100% actually I followed actually your plan. In between actually there were actually some let's say actually misalignment, actually I missed the let's say the dates, but however actually that I have compensated. Actually it means that actually studied actually 2-3 activities in one day and completed, and on target actually I have prepared, so that really helped me a lot to perform it in the exam.
Great. I'm very happy to know, the plan also you followed exactly with minor changes, and that also guided you in the preparation. Great.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Mr. Boopathi is working as a project manager in Schnieder Electric, and he took the training with us, as he mentioned, in September, but he couldn't do the preparation for like good 4 to 5 months. He restarted the preparation in March, and within a month, he gave the exam. In fact, 2 days back, he passed the examination. And after the exam, he told us the exam was quite easy. So we want to learn from Mr. Boopathi, like how he prepared for the examination to ensure that the exam was quite easy. Mr. Boopathi, let's start with your preparation. How you prepared for the examination?
Yeah, sure, sir. Sir, as I said, actually, I have completed the course in September, but I was unable to take the exam actually immediately due to various actually commitments. So, and as soon as I fixed the exam in March, first I started to actually go through all the class videos. That was actually first step actually I have took. Okay, whatever the plan actually you shared, I made actually small modification in the plan to include the class videos also. So that there were 16 videos, and every day actually one video I was watching, and whatever the notes from the class videos, I have actually taken it in an Excel file about actually each day, because not all the information actually it was there in the presentation actually it was in the high level, but during the class actually you have explained actually some scenarios. Okay, so in this scenario actually how actually you will let's say as a project manager actually you will respond. So like that actually you have given a lot of information actually during the class. So all these things I have taken as a note, and actually I kept it actually in an Excel file. Then once all the course videos completed, then I started to follow the plan every day actually what needs to be actually studied, including the student manual, LMS, okay, and other activities, everything actually I have actually followed as per your plan. And once actually I have completed actually all the student manual reading, agile book reading, then I started to take the mock exam, so which I started actually from agile as per plan. Then mock zero actually it was not part of the let's say study plan, because it was very basic. However, I wanted to try for the mock zero also to see actually how I am performing. So which actually I got actually around actually 93% actually I got in the mock zero.
Your voice is breaking. Just a minute. So just a second. There is a break in your voice.
I got actually only 53%. Then I gone through the. Okay, so now can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sorry. Yes, now it's good. You could go ahead. So you mentioned that you tried mock 0 as well, and second attempt you got, sorry, first attempt you got 93% in the mock
Yes,
2.
sir. Yes,
I'm
sir.
sorry, mock 0.
Mock 0, sir. In mock 0, first attempt, actually, I got actually 93%. In Agile, when
Wow.
I tried, around 53%, I got actually in the first time. And again, actually, once I go through actually all the questions again, I understood the concept. Then immediately, very next day, actually, I tried and I got actually around 93% actually in Agile questions also. So,
Okay. So meaning the reason for that is your preparation was very good. That's why like you got 9. Normally like in a mock 0 first attempt participants will get around 70%, but you got plus 90% plus. That is great actually. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, then actually I have started actually with the mock 1, mock 2, mock 3, mock 4 and all. So mock 1 actually when I actually started actually I got around 68% actually in the first time. Then second time I then actually like whatever the mistakes actually I have done, then I have gone through that, and second time I tried I got around 95% actually in the mock 1 exam. And mock 2 I got first time actually 67%, and second time actually again I tried actually with a 97% I got actually in the mock 2 exam. Then mock 3 and mock 4 actually, which was new. Okay, but I wanted to actually try for the mock 3 and mock 4 also. And I had actually some buffer days actually in which actually I was planned to take actually that mock 3 and mock 4. The mock 3, I got actually 67% actually initially. Second time, I got actually 93%. And mock 4, I got 57% initially. Second time, actually, I got 94%. So once I have done all this, I have taken the exam actually for the additional questions actually which you shared actually during the end of preparation. So that was having actually around let's say actually like nearly 500 questions actually it was there. So that also actually I tried, and that one actually I was unable to try actually all the questions. So due to actually the lack of time, I tried actually nearly actually 300 or 350 questions I tried, and I might have got actually around let's say actually like 60% actually in that as well. I didn't calculate since I didn't complete the full mock-up. So this really helped me a lot in performing actually well in the exam. The
Okay.
mocks were actually bit tougher actually than the main exam. So it
Okay.
means that it helped us to actually prepare a lot.
So basically you used only the materials what you received as part of the training, and you haven't used any other material for your preparation.
Exactly, sir. I followed the plan actually what I actually received from you, and I didn't actually divert actually my mind anywhere actually in watching some additional videos or actually seeing or reading any additional books, all these things. Because this was also actually one of the guidance actually from you actually during the course, that just actually try to be honest. If we divert something, maybe some other information will be there which may not be relevant to actually the exam or the course content actually what we are doing. So I have strictly actually followed your plan, and that is actually success of me now actually.
Very good. So just to summarize what you mentioned about the preparation, the seriousness started when you fixed the date, right? So in March.
Exactly, sir.
Yes. So that's a recommendation we do for like all the participants. Fix a date, then automatically that creating the sense of urgency will come in. So you have the sense of urgency, then you did a very good preparation. That's why like you got in all the mock more than 90% in the second attempt. First time you got around 60 to 70%. Second time you got no, more than 90%. So you tried all the mock and the additional questions, most of the additional questions what you shared with you. Now coming to the examination, comparing to the preparation, how was the real examination? Where was the focus, like predictive or agile or equal, or which knowledge area you got more questions? Can you give a brief or debrief on your examination?
Yeah, exam what I actually felt was most of the actually questions actually came from actually agile methodology, and even actually predictive actually hybrid also it was there. So it means that actually it was actually combination of actually all the domains, but more on actually agile side. So since actually like we prepared actually, or I prepared actually well in the agile concept on all those things, actually that was actually really actually helping. Also actually there were actually few questions actually about the risk management, procurement, and also actually about the earned value. So like that actually the question actually came in the diversified manner. And which actually like I was actually well prepared actually during the mocks as well as actually during the course preparation.
So, I mean, you can say the questions are equally distributed between agile, predictive, and hybrid, or it's more on agile?
More on agile, sir.
More on agile. So
More on
the concept what we discussed in the class and the questions what you practiced in agile helped you to answer most of the agile questions correctly.
Exactly.
Okay. And you mentioned like the real exam was easier than the mock exams you practiced. From what perspective is that actually? Is it like difficulty
Yes, sir.
level or the length of questions or?
Yeah, it is mainly in the mock exam, whatever the actually questions actually like which I practiced. Okay, so let's say step by step.
Your voice is breaking.
From mock 0,
Sorry, there is a small disturbance in your line. Okay, now it is okay. Can you? Okay, so you mentioned I just finished the question and then we lost your voice. Can you start from that?
Yeah, sure, sir. So exam questions. Okay, what actually like now I have seen and how actually it helped me is in the mock exams, whatever the questions actually like I was preparing, starting from actually mock 0 to mock 4, in the hierarchical way, the questions were actually tough. It means that actually mock 0 it was actually full of concept, and mock 1 questions actually it was actually quite easy, and mock 2 it was a bit tough, and mock 3, mock 4 it was actually more tougher questions. So in terms of concept, the question concept, and in terms of length of questions also it was more tough. And I was actually trying to actually read and understand about that questions. Okay, then based on that I prepared the answer. And in the real exam, the length of the question actually it was actually smaller than actually what I prepared actually in the mock exam. And since I understood the concept well actually during the mock exams and the preparation, and whatever the questions actually came in the real exam, actually it was easy for me to complete it also in the time actually allotted. Okay, so in fact actually this is also one of the main point actually which you have guided us actually during the course also. The time management actually it is very important for us. So that actually I was just actually like watching the clock time to time, that actually whether I'm finishing it actually within actually around 75 minutes, 80 minutes in each block. Also in each block your advice is to actually take break. That also actually I did. Okay, so there were 10 minutes break. Okay, I took actually bit relaxation actually during that 10 minutes. Then I went for the next block. Again, I took 10 minutes break and I went for the next block. So the first actually two blocks, I took actually nearly, let's say 80 minutes or 80 minutes. So then the third block actually I got actually 70 minutes. So the last question, almost like you can say 5 minutes before actually I have completed, then I did some review and finally submitted.
Okay, so is it like first block was more difficult or all blocks are equally difficult? How will you assess the 3 blocks of questions in the real exam?
I could say that all the 3 block actually it is evenly same. Okay, so it means that it is not actually very difficult and it is not actually very tough also. It means it is not very easy and it is not very tough also.
Okay.
But all the questions I can say that it is evenly distributed.
So that means if you prepare well and the concept is clear, you will be able to answer the questions, in the examination.
Exactly, sir. Actually, so if we are actually well prepared actually in all the concept, okay, and it's a mainly situational questions, and there is no question, okay, like whether this is the process or that is the process. It's not like that. It is completely actually situational question. So as a project manager, actually, how you will actually manage, or how you should have actually done to actually avoid this, like this kind of actually
Okay.
questions.
So most of the questions were from a project manager's perspective, or is there any question from a team's perspective? How was the questions formed?
It is actually most of the questions actually from the project manager perspective in terms of actually like a process handling or people's handling.
The managing the process or managing people from a project manager's
Project
perspective.
manager's perspective. Yes, sir.
Okay. So when it comes to procurement questions, have you got the question from a buyer side or both buyer and seller side? They ask the questions.
So mostly actually I got the questions actually from the buyer side only.
Buyer side only. So when it
Yes.
comes to the 10 knowledge areas, which knowledge area you got more questions in the examination, like procurement or stakeholder management?
So I can say like most of the process actually it's with respect to actually the resources and scope the scope management, as well as actually the schedule management. There were few actually from the stakeholder, and there were few from the actually risk also. So
Oh,
I can say like mostly actually into the kind of actually scope and schedule. So
schedule.
yeah, so I'm not remembering actually exactly how it was actually distributed, but I can say mostly actually on scope, schedule, and resources.
Okay. Have you got any calculation-based questions?
Yes, actually, I got actually some calculation based questions also. So
You have to
mainly
use the
actually, yeah,
calculator
learn to
to find
value.
the answer. Earned
Yeah,
one
yeah.
mainly. So you have to use calculator to find the answer or the
Yes,
values
yes.
given. Oh, okay.
Correct, correct,
Right.
correct.
So
But
great.
I use actually calculator actually to make the calculation, okay, and then to respond to the question.
You took the examination from the exam center, right?
Yes, sir. Exam center,
Yes.
sir.
They gave you the calculator or used the computer-based calculator?
Computer calculator.
Computer-based calculator. Okay. Now, what about multiple correct answers questions? Have you got a lot of questions like that or only few questions?
A few questions, sir. Few questions actually. I got actually multiple questions also.
Multiple.
So
And
let's say I can say maybe 5%
5%.
approximate.
Okay. What about drag and drop, like matching questions?
A few questions I got actually drag and drop also.
Okay, they're all on any question on clicking on the graph, like hotspot based question. You have to
No,
click on the graph. No,
no such questions, sir.
no such good. Any question where I type like fill in the blank, I have to type the answer. Nothing like that,
No,
right?
no such questions, sir.
Okay, so these are maybe in the future, but they're mentioning that these are the types of questions may show up in the examination. Great.
Okay, okay.
So very good. And what will be your final advice to the future exam takers if they want to also get a higher score, and most importantly, they have to also feel the exam is more easy than the preparation what you did? What will be a recommendation for future exam takers?
Yeah, sir. First of all, actually, like no, as I said, actually, like no, thanks to you, and the for the actually future, actually, the exam takers, as soon as actually they finish the course, so I request them to actually fix the exam date and start the preparation immediately. So as I said before, I spent actually like near let's say actually 4 months or 5 months actually I didn't to actually do the preparation actually because of various commitment. But anyway, actually commitment will be there always. Okay, so it doesn't mean that last 2 months I didn't had any commitment. Even actually I had the same commitment. Even actually I had more commitment than earlier. But still, since I fixed the exam date, I started to actually prepare, and I made myself that actually this is the time for actually preparation. So then actually like whatever it is, okay, so if it is really important, then actually like I skipped actually maybe few days actually I skipped the preparation also because of actually like very important commitment. But still, as much as possible, I try to actually manage my time to prepare.
Very
So
good.
for the future exam takers, this is one of the actually like important suggestion actually I would suggest them that as soon as we finish the course, fix the date maybe actually within actually 1 month to actually 2 months, and then follow the plan to prepare it. So this is actually my advice number one. Then number two, whenever actually we are, let's say actually every week actually we were having actually 3 classes. So as soon as actually we finish the class, before the next class, okay, or within the week, try to go through the class again, the class video again, and take the notes, because during the course time, it means that whenever actually the interaction time, we may not be able to actually take the notes for everything, and we may not have a time. But
Mhm.
after that, try to actually like watch the video again and take the notes, the important notes. Okay, so that will
Mhm.
actually help us to avoid watching the actually video again. Maybe actually because I spent actually nearly 20 days actually watching videos again. So this actually could have
Mhm.
been avoided. Maybe actually like we could have done the preparation actually during the course taking time
Training.
itself. It was around
Mm,
5 weeks time. That time itself actually we could have done it.
great.
Then I spent actually nearly actually 1 week to 10 days actually for the mock exam. Okay, that was actually not enough actually for my actually preparation. So since actually I took a few additional mocks, let's say actually mock 3 and mock 4, and also actually the additional questions, the preparations and all, actually I didn't had actually much time. So for this, I suggest the future exam takers keep at least actually 2 weeks to
For the mock.
prepare actually for the mock. Okay, so what I did is, okay, since I know actually like I was lagging actually in that because of actually the time issues. So what I did is, on the same day of actually completing mock, I did the review, and then I retook the second time also.
Mhm.
So just to actually like you can say compress or crash the schedule to avoid actually this, people can actually spend actually peaceful time actually for taking sufficient time in the plan itself.
Okay.
And keep some buffer days also, because which I actually felt, because due to some urgent commitments I was not able to follow the plan. Whereas actually I kept actually around actually 15 days of buffer time, but finally I ended up in not getting actually time. Though I had actually 15 days of buffer time. It depends on actually people's commitment, okay, and official commitment as well as the personal commitment.
Yep.
Maybe actually if the people are having let's say actually 9 to 5 job, okay, so for them actually like it is okay, so they can go as per plan. But mainly the people are in actually project side, okay, so they may not have actually the fixed working time, right? So
Yeah. So
for
you're
that
a project manager and you have to be at site. You're right.
yeah, correct, sir. So I know actually this commitment will come. That's why I kept a 15 days buffer, but still actually that 15 days was not enough.
Not enough.
But however, actually I do not want to give up, and I spent actually most of my time. Then another
Right.
thing actually during preparation, what I faced is I have actually two young kids. So always actually they will knock my door, okay, they will make noise, and it was a lot of disturbance actually for me. So initially when I started preparation, I started in the evening time, but I felt
Okay.
actually a lot of disturbance because
Mhm.
they were wake up on and actually they make noise and everything. So it was bit of actually tough for me. Then within actually 2 weeks, actually I changed my plan. Okay, so I slept early, then I started at 3 o'clock in the morning. Because that
Wow.
time actually my kids were sleeping, so I will
Mm,
get actually peaceful time actually for the preparation. I can concentrate. So the
very
evening time actually now, if I'm taking actually 3 4 hours for preparation, morning time actually I can finish in actually maybe actually 1 hour or 2 hour. The
okay.
especially the exams, okay, so the mock exam I took in the morning time, because the
Mhm.
initial exams I took actually in the evening time, it took more time. But when I took in the morning time, yes, the mocks and all, I completed actually within actually 2 hours. Like instead of actually 3 hours, 4 hours, I took in actually 2 hours. So
Oh,
that is
okay.
also actually another advice actually which I would like to give actually whoever is having actually the small kids and facing actually more disturbance actually in the evening time.
Great. So,
So these are the things actually now I would like to give. And also I would suggest everyone follow Angel Sir's plan strictly. Okay, that will really actually help you to
thank you.
progress further, and actually definitely you also actually will be the PMP certified people actually with a very good score.
Great, great, excellent. And now we know why the exam was quite easy for you because of your commitment. You woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you did the preparation. And that's what, training, as actually usually I say, training and the support what you're providing is around 40% of your overall effort. 60% is what you did. You watched the video again, you took all the mock exams, you retook the examination, you ensured that you prepared well, and you felt the exam was quite easy. And I'm sure your debrief will help all the future participants or future you know exam takers to prepare in the right direction and get a good score like you.
Thank you, sir. And also actually I would like to mention one thing. The mock exam, try at least actually 2 times, because actually maybe actually when you take first time, people actually might maybe actually get maybe low scores, or maybe actually even actually high scores. But when you try actually for the second time, maybe actually, because after reading answer actually you will try, but sometimes actually after reading your answer also actually we will actually fill the wrong answer.
Fill
So
the wrong
that will
answer.
help us to test whether whatever actually the understanding we have actually as outcome from the exam, whether we are applying the concept rightly or not. So
Right.
that's how actually I got in all the mocks actually second attempt, nearly actually you can say 95 plus percentage actually I got, because I understood actually from the previous actually exam that what mistake I have done, and mainly
Okay.
I have gone through the mistakes only. So whatever I given the right answer, actually I didn't pay much attention, because the right answer means I understood
You
the
know that
concept.
already. Yes.
So
So
the wrong answer. So I actually gone through. So why actually what I selected is wrong? What is the reason? Whatever is right, okay, why it is right? So this is also one of the important point actually which I felt.
right, very good. So that's what normally we say, you're not taking the mock exam only to check your score, mainly to see where you are going wrong, which concept was not clear for you, so that when you are retaking the exam, you can reach. I mean, that's a good advice you mentioned. When you take the mock exam second time, you can really test yourself. Have you understood the concept now? Are you applying it correctly, etc. Right? Our LMS is devised in such a way, actually, like you will prepare in the right direction, and you check your understanding. Great. Very good.
Exactly, sir. Also, one point actually which I forgot to mention, the last 2 months, okay, so I didn't actually listen actually much songs actually while I was driving. Okay, so the course audio I was listening.
Oh, that
So just to actually keep it in my mind. Okay,
so
so
in that 1.5 months or 2 months you took for preparation, you are like fully into that. You are like, you changed yourself to a PMP, PMP guide based project manager. You kind of like, fully into the preparation, watching the video, or hearing the audio, and then practicing questions. And then, one of the good things about Boopathi I had to mention is, almost like every other day he used to like contact me and tell me, sir, I took this mock exam and this is a score, is it okay? So there's a continuous follow-up from his side, not from my side, from his side. And I recommend that to all the participants, so to ensure that you are in touch with me and you're getting the right support, so that like we can together achieve the best results. Great.
thank you,
I
thank
like
you,
that
thank you,
actually.
sir. It's all actually see, our dedication is actually one part, but however actually I would say that your support actually throughout this journey, it is actually highly remarkable. And you are always actually saying actually in the class also, that your dedication is actually important, and you consider this as a project. The
Yes,
project is not only ends actually only in training. Okay, it's ends actually till actually you get certification,
the
which
certification.
is 200% right, that actually the life cycle of this actually training, okay, it is until actually we get the certification. So that I recommend and request actually the other exam takers and the training takers to follow, and that will actually really help you. And believe in Angel sir, and actually for sure actually you will succeed. And this actually as I said actually earlier also, I took actually 2 times, but I was actually okay, maybe due to laziness or actually whatever the reason.
Mhm.
Okay, so I was
Mhm.
unable to take, but this time Angel sir guidance, okay, and the motivation actually, it really actually pushed me and set the exam date. Okay, and then to actually do the preparation and complete the PMP certification in good score actually in all the 3 areas successfully.
I'm really happy that our support like helped you in support assisted you in the right direction, and also you got the certification. And as I told you, it's only 40%, 60% is your dedication. And in fact, you have to thank your family also to provide that kind of support to you to dedicate like for the exam
Of,
and
of
prepare well.
course, sir. Actually, I must say thank to actually my wife and actually 2 sons. Okay, and 2 months I was not able to spend any time. I used to go to office. I'll come back. Okay, and I will lock my room door. So, and I'll not actually allow anyone. Okay, my wife used to serve food. Okay, and I'll just go out actually only for that. Okay, and sometimes actually food also I'll take actually while I was actually watching videos or
Videos,
preparing. And
excellent
they
support.
sacrificed, and actually even kids and my wife, and they sacrificed, and it paid off, sir. Actually,
It paid
that's what
off,
actually
yes.
I can.
So that's an excellent support, like excellent support you got from your family. And now you have to, I believe already you've done the celebration. It's like 2 days today, right?
Exactly,
Yeah,
sir. On the
yeah,
same day
great.
itself.
And I'm sure they're also very happy to see your excellent score in the PMP certification. Great,
Excellent, sir. Actually, they were very much happy.
great. Anyway, thanks a lot for spending time with us to support our future exam takers and providing a very detailed debrief on your PMP journey. And I'm sure all the future aspirants will be benefiting from this journey. Have a good Eid holidays. See you later.
Thank you, sir. Many thanks for your support once again, sir.
Thank you. See you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.